we just left from the media center, and you guys are the ones that will be providing the accommodations for the students that have accommodations on their individual education plan. So as you can see, I have made sheets for you guys that it breaks down the individuals that you have. Everyone in this room, no one should have more than 10 people in their group. A lot of our students are 4 to 10, and some are actually 1 to 4. So everyone's group, I try to keep it around 8, to keep it as small as possible. So everybody has a sheet that is breaking down everyone's name that you'll be testing. And also, if you have 5th grade, you have 5th grade. If you have 4th grade, you have 4th grade. We're not going to break it up. Keep it by grade level. Also, something else that I have provided for you in this folder, I have also provided this. This is breaking down, and all your students, I've highlighted all your students, but I've also provided the accommodations on the side, so you have it on hand to where you'll know exactly what you can and cannot provide. So for example, for those students that are reader to read, your group of students are going to be just reader to read students. It's not going to be half and half, because what's going to happen is for those reader to read groups, I had to keep them small, so therefore you have enough time to be able to provide that accommodation. Some of the students are going to ask and say, you know, I need this question read to me. So on here it states if it's reader to read. Also, and it's also highlighted. What's important, and the reason why I gave you guys this sheet, is that on the test, on the sign-in sheet, let me find it for you guys so you guys can see it real quick. Bear with me. All right, so you have your accommodations on this sheet. All of your students, their grade level, and every single accommodation that they have. Some students do have more accommodations than others, but all of them have an accommodation. The most important thing, because everything is documented on here, is your record. So so for example, we have the writing assessment coming up. With that writing assessment, actually a better example, we have 3rd grade reading coming up. You're gonna put the student's first and last name, but what's most important is that at the bottom of this sheet that I'm giving you guys, it actually has a code for every single accommodation. We have to put on there what accommodation that the student has, okay? So all the codes, you guys will put in accommodations provided, okay? We have to provide them every single accommodation that is listed on their IEP by law, okay? Everybody with me?
Yes.
All right. So also, after you put it on there, you also have to put what is used. A lot of times, we've seen it happen, students have twice the allotted time, and sometimes those students are the ones that actually finish the fastest. All we can do is just state, are you sure you don't want to continue, you know, you have extended time. If they do not use their extended time, where it says accommodation used, you don't have to put it there, they did not use it. If a student has, you know, some students still have reader to read, but some students have gained confidence where they won't ask you for that particular assistance. If that's the case, then you just don't have to put it on there, but we do have to put all of the accommodations that are listed on this sheet, every single accommodation that's listed on this sheet, on here as provided, because by law we have to provide it to them. Also, just be mindful that you're putting the right one provided. What we don't want to happen is we don't want to say, okay, well, we gave this student reader to read on accident, and that's not an accommodation that's on their legal document, which is their individual education plan. So we have to really fill this form out carefully. Because you guys do have small numbers, I would say just really take your time when you guys are filling this paper out, because if we put the wrong thing, it could come back and haunt us in a bad way. So again, accommodations provided. I know the space is small, so for some of you guys, I would put the student's name, and I would use 2 lines to try to put in their codes, because, for example, flexible presentation, flexible responding, flexible scheduling, flexible setting, all of those things are, you know, what a majority of the students' accommodations are. So as I said, I would definitely skip a line to make sure you have enough space. But this is the most important document for us, because we are the group that is giving the accommodations. So let's just make sure that we fill this out correctly. Again, I gave you guys cheat sheets, so it should help you guys out some. Other than that, just one big thing. Make sure that you're in close proximity to everyone testing in your group. It's important, because that is also a very common accommodation for our students that are receiving their accommodations. Does anyone have any questions?
Not at this time, no.
Positive? Okay. All right. So that's really about it for the accommodations. And good luck with testing, everybody.